before I go to bed and say see you in a jump cut, just wanted to, I guess, Kanye myself here, and you know, pat myself on the back here a little bit. Over the past 19 vlogs, 12 of them have been over 10 minutes, which is 63% of the vlogs so far have been over 10 minutes. I think I'm doing good. I think I'm doing good on this revamp. So I'm pretty excited, because you know, I can record, which sounds bad. I can record for like 3 minutes, and then I'm in the day, and I'm like, oh crap, I need an 11-minute vlog. Which obviously the quality goes down because I have to pull out a vlog randomly, but it works, I guess. But I'm also gonna have to try. I'm gonna try to get the 11 minutes done, you know, and maybe like 1 or 2 minutes of the vlog be like during the nighttime. So that way you guys can know I've done it throughout the whole entire day. So just wanted to Kanye myself there. Thank you, William. You're welcome, William. Also, getting this ready. So the vlog should be up very early tomorrow. As should I. Well, not tomorrow, today. So, yeah, see you in a jump cut. Good night. Hey, I've seen you before. You were in the other vlog where there was a ton of food and it was crazy. Go Pacers! 81-80, 54 seconds left. You guys can't see it. Oh, wow! He hit the 3. That's his 4th 3 of the year, and it's 40 seconds left against the Heat to bring him up 4. Oh my god. Man, for the Pacers, they collapsed on Bosch. Fell for the fake. Bosch got the escape dribble and just nailed a 3. 2.9. 2.3, alright. And they're gonna foul. 0 for 1, and... oh man. Missed them both. Oh, why, Pacers? Why? Come on. You know what I would have done though? They had like 2 seconds left. Inbounded it. You know what I would do with like 2 seconds left? Get open, get the ball, hurl it in the air, boom, game. So, oh man.
So what's at stake here? If Indiana wins this game, they're up 2 in the loss.
I love the bells that they play whenever games get close. OKC did that too, if you guys have noticed in the comeback video that I made, the very first one that I've been back. I had the game and it was close, and we had the bells going, the clock. So let's see what Miami does. If they hit a 3 here or not. It's like the 2nd video in a row I haven't been able to monetize. Oh! Air ball. Chris Bosh, what are you doing? Woo! Pacers got lucky. They got lucky. Oh yeah, Heat Miami, then you're just gonna go to Memphis and Utah. That is a horrible matchup for TV. They should have, I gotta see what other games are on. They should have done flex. They should just, you know, flex that game out of there, you know? Let's see, who else? The Spurs, they could have put Spurs and Nuggets. Well, no, that game just was on at the same time. So I guess it's the only thing you're gonna put on is either Grizzlies Jazz or Knicks Kings, but they could have just done one game. They didn't have to do a doubleheader, because Grizzlies and Jazz. What kind of matchup is that? So, I mean, it's either them or Knicks and Kings, and none of those matchups are good. So, yeah, I guess that's okay. Well, here is dinner for tonight. Like, already half eaten, I guess. Okra, breaded chicken. And, yeah, this is not barbecue sauce, it's actually steak marinade, because we don't have any barbecue sauce, so it gets the job done. It's still pretty good. Just really liquidy. It's not as pasty as barbecue sauce. So there's the current playoff bracket. Who do I want? Well, if we go to the 1 seed, I would prefer we go Suns, Blazers, even though the Blazers aren't getting past the Rockets because the Rockets can D them up, and then the Blazers are just toast. And then us in the conference finals, obviously, against... if the Spurs drop to 2, I really hope we get the Spurs in the conference finals. I don't want any part of the Clippers at all this season. But it looks like that's going to happen. Because we have 2 easy games. But I'm not going to say anything right now because our defense has been a little bit weird. Kings, Jazz, those 2 teams are already eliminated from the playoffs. So maybe it'll be an easy win, I don't know. And then the next back-to-back is San Antonio and Houston, which is going to be tough. Especially considering what games Westbrook's going to sit, everything else like that. I think they would need Westbrook more against the Rockets because Reggie Jackson is pretty good against the Spurs. But, yeah, I want no part of the Clippers. The transition D, it's a little bit better now for OKC. The 3-point defense definitely is not, but those are 2 big things you need to play the Clippers. You need to, get them, stop their fast breaks and be able to close out on their 3-point shooters, and the team hasn't really been doing that lately. So, but if the Clippers can drop into the 4 seed and we get the Rockets in the second round, that'd be pretty awesome. The Clippers and Rockets are tied in the loss column, but the Clippers have 2 wins on the Rockets. So I'm really hoping the Rockets step it up and get the 3 seed, so we can see them in the second round and get them out of there. And then give the Spurs the Clippers. But the only thing that worries me about that is the Spurs won't be able to beat the Clippers either because the Clippers are they're pretty fast. I mean, and they've taken care of the Spurs this year. A lot of teams have won their series. A lot of elite teams have won their series against the Spurs. Spurs haven't been that great this year, but they're on a 15-game win streak now, and they're all healthy, so they could give the Clippers a run for their money. It's going to be two good head coaches against each other, Pop and Doc, which I think Pop has more experience, and I think he's got more wins under his belt. He's got more titles, so he knows what to do. Definitely has more playoff experience. Spurs have made the playoffs for like the past 15, 6. I don't know when the last time they missed the playoffs was. Probably not whenever I was born. Like, I was probably not even born yet last time the Spurs missed the playoffs. So yeah, that's basically the playoff picture, and that's all the matchups I want to see, basically. Yeah, that was really long-winded, but if we get the Mavs aren't in the playoffs right now, but if we get the Suns or the Mavs, I feel like it's going to be a lot of the same thing, except with the Suns are a faster team than the Mavs, which I think we could take the Suns good. They're like a lower version of the Clippers, I think, but the Mavs have the mental advantage over OKC. They're 2-1 against OKC. The series is over. They won in overtime last night, so they have the mental advantage right now. But OKC swept them in 2012. Obviously, they were a worse team in 2012. Coming off the year they won a championship, swept them in the first round. OKC swept the Mavs in the first round, so I don't know. In the playoffs, OKC definitely has the advantage over the Mavs mentally because of just the history. But this season, I don't know, the Mavs got a nice little 2-1 lead, so yeah, that's enough of that, though. I'm talking for 4.5 minutes about the playoffs. I'm just really excited. They're, 3 weeks away? About 3 weeks away from starting, 3.5, and I'm really excited. But the wind should be dying down tomorrow, which is awesome. You guys are going to get... I'm going to make sure I record just some practice tomorrow. Might be putting in some new drills. Maybe I even give Zeus a little bit of a, you know, playtime, I guess. Mess around with him in the yard. The only reason we don't go out into the backyard that much is because there's apartments behind us, and they're not you know, they're not the most peaceful apartments. If we weren't on base, we'd be in a really bad neighborhood. So that's the only reason why I don't go into the backyard too much, if you guys were wondering. Just because we're in a bad area. And that fence is not very low. Well, it is low. It's like probably 9, 10, 11 feet tall. You know, usual gates you see around bases. But yeah, off the second story, anything could happen. So that's why I don't, you know, and we always lock our doors and stuff like that, and have to take, you know, caution in that, you know, because someone could jump over the fence and break into our house. So they've had reports of people jumping the fence before, and yeah, so we live right on it. It kind of sucks, but we're just gonna have to deal with it for the next, oh, we have barely 2 months left in Vegas. Enjoy it, because, well, you guys won't enjoy it because there's not much to do here for vlog footage. At least in Biloxi, you guys will probably get some beach footage every now and then, every like week or so. I was thinking about, because I am going to be riding the bus in my senior year, which really sucks, because permit issues. I didn't get my permit as soon as I could here, and I don't think they transfer over permits from Nevada to Mississippi. I don't think they transfer over, because why would they? I mean, it's a written test. There's different laws for Mississippi and, you know, Nevada, obviously. And yeah, and in Mississippi, the thing is you have to hold a permit for a year. Here, you have to hold it for 6 months for getting a license, so I could have gotten a license here, you know, right as soon as I turned 16. If I would have got the permit right away, then I would have had the permit for 6 months, and then 2 weeks after that I would have turned 16. So that sucks, really, that I couldn't have done it. It's stupid how much my family procrastinates. It's in my blood, and I truly know it, because my parents get stuff done late and don't take me to what I need to do. They don't take, you know, they don't do other stuff. They do stuff at the last second, so it's in my blood. So it's a good excuse for teachers. But licensing, so basically, if I get my permit in June, first week we get to Mississippi, then I'm getting my license probably the week of graduation. So it really sucks. Definitely gonna have to mooch off some people if I don't want to be riding the bus. But if I do ride the bus, what I was saying was, I think I'm gonna head to the beach a lot, like in case I need to do some studying or do some homework. Just go to the beach and I guess relax on the sand and do my homework. It just sounds like a good place to do work. So yeah, it's a good idea. Okay, let me just say, I love the future. You wanna know why I say that? Because it's been like 3 or 4 years since we bought an SD card. Look at that. Class 10, 16 gig, $17.99. And I'm looking at SD cards because we need to get a new one, not to mention for the GoPro, because I don't know where all my SD cards are going. This one is like the only one that's left, and it's breaking. So, and then, yes, messy clothes drawer that also has stuff in it. There's not one in there in the T2i, which sucks. So whatever camera I use the least, and whichever one produces the smallest amount of files, which I don't think it's the GoPro. It might actually be this one, but I use it so much that I would give it priority. So the T2i is probably going to get this one, which is accurate because this one is labeled T2i. So I don't know what happened to any of my other SD cards, but this one and the GoPro I'm going to try to get some class 10s for. This is, I think, a class 4 or class 6 that I'm using right now, and it's only an 8 gig. Or no, it is a 16 gig. So yeah, I need a class 10. Okay, so I was wrong. This is a Class 10 card, but it's only 20 megabit transfer rate. So looking to upgrade to a 30 or 40, and that 41 for $17 looks really nice. It's really tempting. I have $10 right now, so maybe. Popped in melatonin, I'm sweating. Just kidding, I'm going to bed. Good night.